Welcome to another episode of the EVERBLACK Podcast. I'm your host, Nev. Now, it's been a little while. We've been busy with the Christmas period, and I hope everyone out there has been enjoying their holidays, but we're back in action now, and this episode features Art Alexakis from Everclear, who are going to be heading back down to Australia for a massive tour, which is also part of the Hotter Than Hell festival dates with Unwritten Law, The Greats, Frenz Rhom, the Superjesus, Cosmic Psychos, and just heaps more. I've been a big fan of Everclear's since 1995, when I got a copy of Sparkle and Fade, and it's still an album I go back to at least once a year. You know, I remember putting it in and just having my speakers just completely wig out as soon as Electra Made Me Blind kicks in. It was just really something different at the time. You know, it was loud and heavy, and lyrically I thought it had a lot of depth and heart. And I feel the same way about Art's new solo album as well, Sun Songs. Everyone should check that out. It's incredible. You know, they've been doing it a long time, and still out there just kicking ass. And those songs are just timeless. I mean, I know everyone knows Santa Monica. You know, that's like their big hit, but there's so many other great songs. You know, if you haven't really dug deep into the Everclear back catalogue, I highly recommend it. Like, so many great songs. He's such a great songwriter, and just a really good dude. Just a really good dude. I mean, I saw them once. I've missed them the last couple of times, sadly, but I'm not missing them this time. And that time was the X Games on the Gold Coast, where it was Art's birthday, and someone stole his acoustic bass, and I never thought they'd ever come back again, because they were really mad. Understandably, it was a real bummer, but they've been back, and I can't wait to see them again. It's going to be absolutely incredible. You can catch Everclear on this monstrous tour. It kicks off on Thursday, the 30th of January at the Cambridge Hotel in Newcastle. Then Friday, the 31st of January at the Metro Theatre in Sydney. Then Saturday, the 1st of February at the Hotter Than Hell Festival at Cooper's Ale House, and that's at Gepps Cross in Adelaide. Then Sunday, the 2nd of Feb at Odeon Theatre in Hobart. Then Thursday, the 6th of Feb at Croxton Band Room in Thornbury in Victoria. Friday, 7th of Feb at Pier Band Room in Frankston, Victoria. Then another Hotter Than Hell on Saturday, the 8th of Feb, and that's at York on Lilydale at Mount Evelyn in Melbourne. Sunday, the 9th of Feb at the Basement in Canberra. Wednesday, the 12th of Feb at the Helm in Mooloolaba in Queensland. Thursday, the 13th of Feb at Parkwood Tavern on the Gold Coast. That's our hometown. Friday, the 14th of Feb at Racecourse Hotel in Ipswich. Then Saturday, the 15th of Feb for Hotter Than Hell Festival at Kerwin Tavern in Townsville. Thursday, the 20th of Feb at Frio Social in Fremantle. Friday, the 27th of Feb in Careen Tavern in Duncraig, Western Australia. And then Saturday, the 22nd of Feb at Hotter Than Hell Festival in Dunsborough Tavern, Dunsborough, WA. Tickets are on sale now through www.everclearmusic.com. That's got all the links to all those shows. What a massive tour. I mean, it's just insane. And you got to get out there and see them at least once, because they are incredible live. All right, before we go into this episode, I just got to give a shout out to our friends at Blacklight Art Design, who are our go-to for all our screen printing needs. They do shirts, hats, patches, you name it. If you can wear it, they can print it. They've done all our shirts and hats for EverBlack Media, and they're great guys. Love their work. www.blacklightad.com.au. Show is also brought to you by our good friends at RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz when it comes to stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and all other promo you need for your band or business. Go hit them up at the www.rwpromotion.com.au. Also want to take a moment to let everyone know that the Aztec Mexican restaurant at Broadbeach on the Gold Coast are teaming up with 94.1 FM's The Local Gig to host a special buy one, get one free night called 2 Up Tuesdays, where you and your other half or a mate can go down and order one of their amazing main meals and listen to the live stream at the local gig hosted by Stewie, who is an absolute Gold Coast music legend. The local gig radio show is a big supporter of Australian artists, and if you're in a band, you can send them your tracks to localgig@941fm.com.au. And then come down on Tuesdays. Get yourself a beer and some tacos or a Durango, which is really popular, and listen and hang out with some other musicians and network, or maybe buy some band merch. meet some other cool people who support the scene, and maybe even hear your own songs on the radio. That kicks off at 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights at the Aztec in Broadbeach, and I'll see you there. I always get my tacos there. It's good times. Don't forget to subscribe to the Everblack podcast through iTunes Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, YouTube, and Facebook, and check out all our reviews and articles at www.everblackmedia.com. Like us on all the socials and help us spread the word. All right, here is my chat with Art Alexakis from Everclear. Get your tickets to their show now and check out Sunsongs, his solo album. It's incredible. It's a really, really cool album. Get your tickets now to the Everclear tour and have a good, happy holidays, guys. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the new year. Horns high.
My name's Nev anyway, Art. Thanks so much for joining us on the show, man.
Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Yeah, really good. You know what, man? This means a lot to me that you're on the show, because since I've started doing the radio thing, I've wanted to have you on the show. So it's a bit of a bucket list day for me. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. Where are you calling from? What city do you live in?
I'm on the Gold Coast.
Oh, I love the Gold Coast. My wife fell in love with the Gold Coast when we were down there in 2012, rather.
Oh, because I remember seeing you many, many years ago on the Gold Coast, the Broadwater Parklands, I believe it was. It was the X Games or something. I remember seeing you in that one. That wasn't a very good day for you, though. I'm sorry, my friend.
Which one was that? Was that the one where they ripped off our bass?
Yeah, dude. That broke my heart seeing that. I'm sorry about
that. I thought that was near Melbourne. That was that show?
Yeah, that was Gold Coast, man. Yep.
Yeah, man. You know what? I never take things like that personal, man. People don't do stuff. They don't mean it personally. People make bad choices sometimes. Good people can do bad things. You know that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's true. Well, I mean, of course, when most bands tour Australia, we get maybe 3 or 4 shows. Bigger bands, maybe 5 or 6. But Everclear comes along and says, hold my beer. We're going to do 11, which is pretty insane, man. What made you want to come and do a big run of shows like that?
Actually, you haven't gotten the latest press. We're doing 16.
Dude.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. Even back in the day when we were doing big tours, it was like, I think 8 was the most, 8 or 9. And, yeah, we're doing the, of course, the Hotter Than Hell tour. And then we're doing, some other shows on top of it. So we're going to be in Australia from the last week of January to the last week of February. Basically a month.
Yeah, man.
Right under a month. I'll start talking with a real accent by the time I leave, right?
Well, I mean, of course, because it's almost a month, have you thought of maybe filming it for a doco or something?
Sure. Can I borrow some money to do that?
Oh, yeah, man, you could do it, man, old school, with your phone and stuff.
Old school with my cell phone?
Yeah.
Getting old school with the iPhone, yeah. Yeah, I'd have to get an iPhone 3, right? Like
yeah.
iPhone
yeah.
2. Something old school. Yeah. It's not legit if it's not like iPhone 2.
Yeah,
it's funny, my daughter, I have a friend who has, his daughter has an iPhone 3.
Yeah.
3, and I'm just like, what is that? It doesn't even look like a phone.
I have got one of those.
I've become such a technology snob. Or snob.
Oh, man, my wife's got the new iPhone and everything. It's not for me. As long as it does the trick, that's all I know.
You know the thing is, so we just gave our 12-year-old a cell phone. We gave her, my wife, iPhone X. It was not even a year old.
Wow.
And that's what I got. And she's like, well, do you want to give her your phone and you can get a new one? I go, I don't need a new phone. I don't ever want another phone. You know? Every time you change your phone, you have to change numbers and credit card numbers and reactivate all the... It's just a pain.
It is.
You know? It's just yeah. I'm like you, man. I don't care about the the coolest kid on the block. It's probably fun to say.
Nah.
Anyway.
But of course, back to talking about the tour, because you mentioned before, part of the tour is the Hotter Than Hell festival dates, and I went to the last one, man, and it was such a great experience. They treated us, we weren't even the bands, man, they treated us really well. The lineup, like Unwritten Law, Frenz Rhom, Superjesus, to name a few, it's a really, really good package. Do you have any mates on that tour that you're aware of those guys? Anyone you want to catch up with?
Well, I know Scott Russo. I mean, he lives in LA. I don't see him that often, but we've played some shows together and done some acoustic stuff, and we're big mutual fans. And I'm a huge fan of Frenz Rhom. Even back in the day, I've never met them, and I'm sure they'll hate us. They hate everybody, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're pretty great. So we'll see. Maybe I can kill them with kindness, see if that happens, if that works.
Oh, they're pretty good dudes.
But no, man, this is going to be old school punk rock roots. Get back, lots of world of noise. Sparkle and Fade, some songs off. We'll play the hits, but it's going to be a lot of punk rock, like hard Everclear guitar rock and roll, and we are so looking forward to it, man. So
how deep do you go into the catalog? Like, do you guys still play like Local God and stuff like that?
Absolutely, we have to play Local God in Australia. We'll get things thrown. We'll get things thrown at us like burning babies and stuff. It's funny when we recorded that song for the soundtrack of Romeo and Juliet. It wasn't a single in the States, and when we came down to Australia, I remember at soundcheck, the president of EMI at the time was looking at a set list. He goes, "Hey man, why isn't Local God on here?" I go, "Because it's a soundtrack song. No one cares about that." Dude, it's been number one hit here on like 3 different formats for the last 3 months. So I'm like, okay, we better learn that song. So we learned that song and played it that night for the first time. But no, we're gonna play that for sure. You know what, man? If people want to hit me up on Twitter at Art Alexakis or at Everclear Band, we'll play. We'll go deep. We go deep into our catalog. We can play probably 70 songs out of our catalog. So if people want to hear something, hit me up.
You probably still play Santa Monica. You'd have to, but you played it so many times over the years. Do you still enjoy playing it? You know how some bands,
I do. I think it's a really good song. I have never apologized for my hits, and I never will.
Excellent.
And to be honest with you, I get a little frustrated with bands that act like they don't like their hits. And I think it's disingenuous, and I don't 100% believe it, because it's like those songs have changed your life. It changed my life, and I'm very grateful to them. They've been good to me. And I'm very grateful and faithful and loyal to anyone who's been good to me, especially my own songs. So, no, we play them with gusto, brother. You better believe that.
I do believe it. And because I've been cranking your solo album, Sun Songs, which is also amazing. Any of those going to creep over into the set?
I think so. I think we're learning. I'm teaching the boys Hot Water Test, which is the first single. So definitely, I think we're for sure going to play that one.
I think White People Scare Me is pretty great too. I'd love to hear like a heavy version of that.
Yeah, that might be cool to do heavy, right? Like with big guitars.
Yeah, man. It translates heaps well.
We might have to do that. That's a good idea. Thinking that. I think we might have to do that. I'm going to have to talk to the boys about that.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, man, like, it's one of those songs. Well, a lot of your songs could, actually. I mean, and that's the great thing about you. Can be translated to different sort of genres, I think. You know what I mean? Like, you have got you know, like you could take some of those songs and make them a lot heavier, or mellow them out, even some of the heavier ones. Have you found that?
Yeah, I mean, we've done that our whole career. Look, man, thank you for saying that, because I've always believed that a really good song can be done in many different ways.
Absolutely.
It's a good melody, a good lyric, a good riff is a good riff, a good lyric, and a good melody. It doesn't matter if you play it on a kazoo or a big electric guitar or an orchestra. It's going to come through. It's going to hook you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. And I've always believed that, you know, you're someone that isn't afraid to bring a lot of harder subjects to the mainstream as well. I mean, it always feels like you're one person that raises your voice without ever being too preachy either. You know what I mean? Like, you write solid songs about real subjects, and you don't hold back, which is rock and roll to me, man.
Well, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you saying that, especially, you know, I preachy part. No one wants to be preached at, but if people talk about things that they believe in and there's enthusiasm and passion about it, then I think it's contagious and people can connect with it, and it seems genuine. You know what I mean? And that's what I've always strived for. I tried to achieve. So thank you for saying that.
Oh man, that's why I've been a fan for over 20 years, brother. Because I like what you do. And you know,
awesome. It's gonna be a fun tour, dude.
Oh, absolutely, man. I can't wait. And, you know, a lot of ways, you know, your music has also been a very good friend to me over the years. You know, father of mine especially helped me deal with some heavy stuff when I was younger, as well as Pale Green Stars. Which songs do you find that people come up to you the most and say that you've helped them and been a friend through your music for them? Which ones do you say the most?
Well, definitely Father of Mine's at the top of that list. I hear, you know, I hear Pale Green Stars as well, but I think secondly would be Wonderful. You know, people who've gone through divorce or their parents have gone through divorce. It's a rough thing, as you know, to go through, and especially if you have children.
Yes.
And or being a child, and watching my kid go through divorce was probably the most painful things I've ever gone through, and I've been shot and beaten and tattooed. I can take some physical pain. It's the emotional pain that just is the killer, right? Yeah, man. But you know, and I try to write songs about the things I understand, whether they're autobiographical or I just make them up. There's got to be truth in everything you write, even if it's fiction. There's got to be truth in it, and or people won't connect with it. That's how I feel, because I don't connect with things that don't feel real to me. Even if it's a science fiction story, it's got to feel real. It's got to be believable. It's got to have human elements that everyone can understand. You know, and it's not rocket science, but it's something I've done my whole career, and I'm blessed, brother. I'm 57 years old, and I get to play guitar in a rock band. Still, you know, how cool is that?
It's the dream, man.
It's the dream. I'm living the dream, dude. I got a beautiful wife, 2 awesome children, friends, a great house. I'm not rich, but I make a decent living, and I get to do what I love to do. That's the dream. That is the dream right there.
Oh, man.
You know?
That's it. And I mean, on the flip side of all that, though, you've also got a really good sense of humor, because, I mean, some of the songs you've released, like Volvo Driving Soccer Mum, I remember when that came out, and I just laughed my ass off. I think that's one of the funniest songs ever written.
Well, I think there's a lot. Thank you for saying that. I think there's a lot of humor in this new album, in the Sun songs, the solo records. Yes. You know, I mean, white people scare me as serious and real, but there's still there's a tongue-in-cheek humor about it as well. You know, slipping into my mom jeans and my camo shirt, my MAGA hat to go to the Trump rally. I mean, come on.
I thought that was good. I got a good laugh out of that.
You know, I actually had someone ask me, "Did you really go to a Trump rally?" I'm like, no. No.
No.
No.
Love it.
And no, I wouldn't have went to Nuremberg either. I mean, for what that's worth. I mean, wow, or Munich. Anyway.
Oh man, are you working on a new Everclear album at all? You got new stuff on the way for that?
No. Hell no! I just finished the record. No way.
Yeah.
Man, no. I'm gonna enjoy playing. You know, it's the 20th anniversary next year for our fourth record, which is called Songs from American Movie Volume 1.
Yes.
Learning How to Smile. And that album wasn't as big. It was still successful, but it wasn't as big down there as it was around the world. So we're not playing the whole record when we're down there, but we're gonna on the shows that we're headlining, we're gonna play some deep songs off that record for sure. You know, not the Hotter Than Hell tour. That's punk rock, dude. We're gonna just come out guns a-blazing for that one. You know, but no, I'm just looking forward to touring all over the world next year with Everclear and spending as much time traveling with my family. We're gonna go and do some family trips that we haven't been able to do. Go see Iceland. I've never been to Iceland.
Whoa!
So we're gonna, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a great year. I can't wait.
Are you bringing your family down to Australia for this run?
You know, I brought them down last tour in 2017 when we did the So Much for the Afterglow anniversary tour. And I brought my daughter and my wife down, and they had a blast, man. They would stay in a city and enjoy it, and I do something with them, and I go around and play shows, and come back, move to another city, and we do the same thing. And they just had an absolute blast. We're not planning on them coming down for this, but I don't know, man. I gotta see. I might have to bring them down because that's a long time.
It is,
that's
yeah.
A month. I just don't. Being away from my family for a month is just not cool. That's not cool.
No, but we'll look after you. We got you.
I appreciate that, but there's some things
I know.
you just can't do, my man.
I know, man. I know, man. I know. Well, hey, man, everyone's welcome. Yep. Come on down. It's going to be a good time, man.
Hey, I'm going to have a great time, and I appreciate the love. Trust me. I do.
Always, man. Well, thanks again for hanging out on the show, man. Tour kicks off January 30, and we'll have all the dates on our site and at the start of the interview. Have a great Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year, brother.
All right, you too, man. Have a great holiday. Love to everybody, and we'll see you guys in January. Can't wait to come back.